Good morning, students. This is a science class and we are discussing our chapter 4, which is plants in the surroundings and environment. In this chapter, we are mainly discussing about our plants. We already discussed our page number 44 and 45. Today, we are going to discuss our page number 46 and 47. In page number 46, there are two activities are given. The first activity to find out the types of roots in the plants, and the second activity is for the study the function of roots in the plants. So because of this is a science class and we are not only based on the bookish knowledge, we have to do some practical work, so that we have to gain some practical things or gather some fact about our topics. So if you want to do this, as well as if you are capable to do this, then do this. This is a really very profitable thing for you. So in the first activity, what is the aim? To study the types of roots in the plants. We already discussed about this. How many types of a root in plants? There are two types. The first one is taproot and the second one is fibrous root. So what is the material required for this? Common roadside plants are having in the number of 4 and 5. Grass and a hand lens. These materials are required for this activity. What is the procedure? Firstly, collect some common roadside plant and grass and wash them properly. Okay. The roots should be clean and visible. Okay, because of this you are just going to be observed about the roots, so that your roots should be clean and visible also. Pat them dry and keep them over a white sheet of paper. Okay. Now observe the roots of each plant with a hand lens. With the help of hand lens, you are just observing the roots of the plants. Also draw a neat diagram of the roots, obviously. Okay, what is the observation for this activity? The herbs mostly have a main root with side branches. Herbs having the main root and the side branches are known, this type of root is known as taproot. Grass does not have a main root, and all roots originate directly from the base of the stem, and this type of roots are known as fibrous root. So what's your conclusion? Herbs mostly have taproots and grass have fibrous root. So this is your conclusion about this activity. Okay. The next activity is, what is the aim? To study the function of roots in plants. What is the main function of roots in the plants? We have to study about this in this with the help of this activity. What is the material required for this? 2 potted plants, one with intact roots and the other with roots cut out, and water also required for this. So for this activity we want 2 types of potted plants. The first one is having the root, and the second plant we just cut out the root. What is the procedure? Water both the plants regularly. Obviously, water is a very essential thing for the plants for the growth, so that you are just watering both the plants very regularly. What is the observation? After a few days, you will see that the plant in figure A, which is shown in your book as well as on the screen also, has grown up, but the leaves in figure B have withered and the plant is almost dead. Because of this, in figure B, plant don't have their roots, so that they are dead. It is dead. What is the conclusion? In figure B, water could not reach various parts of the plant due to the absence of root, so the plant almost died. Roots absorb water and minerals from the soil. So with the help of this activity, we just observed that roots are just absorb water from the soil and it reaches to the other parts of the plants. So these are the 2 main activities regarding to our plants. Okay. The next topic is functions of roots. What is the main function of roots? Absorb water and minerals from the soil, but there is another function also. They are just to hold out the plants, as well as they are just tightly rinse the plant with the help of the soil. Okay. The main functions of roots are the following. Roots help the plants stay fixed in the soil. This is the main function, to straight the plants with the soil. Okay. Roots absorb water and minerals from the soil. Water and minerals help the plants to prepare its food, as you know. Roots of plants such as the carrot, turnip, radish and beetroot are thick and fleshy because food prepared by the plants is stored in them. We eat these roots as vegetables, and so that our vegetables are very rich in vitamins, and vitamins are protective foods, and it is a very, very essential parts of our food items, so that you have to be always eat your vegetables. And these roots are big because of this all the food materials are stored in these roots, so that they are rich in our nutrients. So you have to eat all of this. Okay. The second one is shoot. The part of a plant that usually grows above the soil is called the shoot, as we are discussing in our previous videos. What about our shoots? They are just grown up above the ground. Okay. The shoot bears the stem, leaves, flowers and fruits. All these parts of the plants are just including in the shoot. Stem, let's just describe it one by one. The first one is a stem. The stem is the main part of the shoot on which branches, leaves, flowers and fruits grows. All of these are grows from the stems. Trees such as banyan and mango have thick, woody and strong stems called trunks. They having the very thick stems, so that they are known as a trunk. Grapevines and bean plants have weak stems that need the support of other plants, balls and sticks. Grapevines, you ever seen grapevines? They having this weak stem, so that they need the support of any another plant as well as ball or a stick because of their weak stems. Okay. So it's all about for today, and we are discussing more things in our further videos. Have a nice day to all of you.